All right, so now we are going to discuss what data types that MATLAB includes to work. So today's topic is data types. What kind of data, what kind of input that MATLAB can take and what kind of output it can give. So basically we have first data type, which is integer data type, or which includes the float one also. Here we call it a double. Double precision. Okay, now if I write a is equals to 10, let's say I have put a is equals to 10. So whenever you go to your workspace and take a look, 1 cross 1 double. This double means it will get your numerical value. It could be your integer, it could be your float value as well. Let's put b is equals to 1.2. And again, if you take your cursor to it, it will show you 1 cross 1 double. So if you want to check what type it is, you can write whose of a, enter. Name is a, size is 1 cross 1, it's taking 8 bytes, and the class is double. Okay, and it belongs to double precision. Double precision includes both the integer and the float values. See, it's also double, and it is also taking 8 bytes. All right, so this is first kind of data type we have. Secondly, if I write a string or a character, let's say I am writing hello. This is hello now. Can you see I have a different icon here, that is ch, which was previously this 4 squares, but now it is ch because I have written some characters in this variable, that is a, and now its data type is char, that is char, or you could say character. But one thing you can notice that the previous value of a has been overwritten with the latest value, which is hello. So that means we can save only one value under one variable name in MATLAB. Okay, if I include space hello world, enter hello world. So what is the size of this character data type now is 1 cross 11. 5 characters in hello and 5 characters in world, but the space is also counting as the character, and it is 1 cross 1. Let's check who's a now. All right, a is taking 1 cross 11 size, but the byte size is 22. Class is character, and it is taking memory of 2 bytes per character. Okay, in MATLAB, it takes 2 bytes per character. So this is how we can add our strings, add our float values or integer values in MATLAB. Let me just tell you one thing. 1.23. See, I have got 2300. From where these two zeros have come, we can say that MATLAB by default works with 4 decimal places. And if I use format long, and now I write a is equals to 1.34 or 43, whatever. Now it is going to take a long precision for long accuracy. If you're calculating very high approximate values, decimal places, you want high accuracy in your answer, so you can use format long. By default, it takes format short, but if you want to come back to format short, how you can, you just write format short here, and now write a is equals to 1.90. Okay, come back to your format short. So this is how you can enter your float values. Pi is my keyword. It knows what is the value of pi. I've told you earlier also. So you can go with the short format, you can go with the long format in this also. All right, so one thing I was mentioning that A will replace the value, previous value. That means I can enter only one value under one variable name, but it would be very difficult if I am working with many variables. Like I have a class of 100 students. I'm going to enter the marks of first student, that is M1. Let's say his marks are 78. I'm putting semicolon to suppress the output. Then for the second student, it's 67. For the third student, it is 90. So uh, how messy it would be, you could say, when I am entering M1, M2, M3 with the marks of 3 students only. This is how I'm going to get 100 variables, but which is very hectic for me. And if I want to write their names also, their addresses also, their phone numbers, their father name, their fee structure, their eligibility, their percentage, there could be a flood of variables in my workspace. So how can I make one single variable name and I can make their database under one name? This is interesting one. So we are going to do with structures. This is one more data type that we have in MATLAB, that is structures. How we can create large databases under one user variable name. Let's say I'm writing P1. Let's say P1 is my variable name. Dot. Here dot is for structures. This dot will indicate structure. I am writing name. Name. Okay. I'm writing name here. And equal to, let's say the name is John. Okay, and semicolon, press enter. Just see here, I have one more data type, that is structure P1, 1 cross 1 struct. If you go to P1 and press double click on it, you can say a variable window with one field name. One field name is name. Value of that field name is John. So under P1, it is creating different fields and values. Let's see how. I'm not closing my window. Instead, I am going to show you how it is adding different values. Let's say I'm adding John, his address. His address could be any, like this. I'm writing anything here. Okay, whatever his address is. See, his address with the value, correct? And if I want to write his phone number, P1 dot phone number equal to, it could be integer, obviously. Okay, it will be integer. So this is his phone number. So as you see, different data types, these two were strings, this is integer, and other values also. P1 dot fee status, let's say fee status equals to, is it paid or not? So it could be like paid or not, or P1 dot what? A percentage. Okay, percentage. It is 89.97 something. Okay, so this is the float value again. So as you can see, I can add as much as information about P1. P1 is my, let's say, the person one or the candidate one. So I can add all these things under one name. Now I have created my database. Let's say this is my database, and I am just cleaning up my works command window, and I'm closing my variable window also. Now I am going to call it. How would I call it? P1 dot name is equals to John. See, P1 dot name, the field name. I am giving the field name to P1 and it is giving the value. Again, one more time. P1 dot, let's say, address. This is the address. Okay. So this is how you can save your data, and at any time you can call your data. But one condition is here, that structure should be in your workspace. It should present in your workspace. Without this, it would not call you, give you the value. Okay, so if you want to see all the values under P1, just write P1 and enter. This is your structure with fields, name, address, phone number, and so on, and their values corresponding to it. Okay, so this is how you can create your database under one name, under one variable name, you could say, and this is how you can call it. Okay, now how to update it? How can I update my database? This is a big question, that how I'm going to update it. Very simple. P1 dot, let's say, percentage. I want to edit his percentage. It's 90.2. It was by mistaken written there, so you want to update it. Just please write 90.2, and here you can see it is updated here. Now, if you call P1, it will show you that, okay, P1 values are these. Okay, this is how you can create it. You can call the values. You can update the values. How you can delete it? Suppose I want to delete the free status is equals to delete. Delete means you need to write empty matrix over there that, okay, it will update, it is deleted. Or you can write nil, or you can write not paid, or whatever you want. So this is basically how you can delete your value, but you cannot delete your field and structures. The structure is very important feature of MATLAB, where you can save a large amount of data under one name. And by just calling that one name, you can get your data. All right, so I think this is easy. We have one more data type, that is cell. Cell is almost similar to structure, but the cell is like going to create a matrix form. Look how, okay, I'm going to write my cell is equals to curly braces. Now it will use curly braces here. So curly braces for my cell, and I'm going to write 1, comma, test, comma, name. Likewise, I'm creating one database with these values. And again, you can put a semicolon. Okay, semicolon 1 is okay, just make it like some sensible data. 1 test pass. Okay, and semicolon 2 um, exam or anything, test. Fail, let's say. Okay, how it will create the data? I had used this semi-comma here to change the row. This is how it should be two, right? But no, you cannot change. This is the disadvantage of your command window, that you cannot change. We will overcome this disadvantage also, but right now if we are working with, like, okay, command window, so this is disadvantage, that you cannot go back and change your values. What you need to do is you just need to come back at the bottom and you need to write your command again. Okay, you can take the help of command history also, but the main thing is you need to write that command again. You cannot go back to the previous command and change the value. Okay, so okay, this has been created database under one name, that is my cell. Can you see here, my cell 2x3 cell, it has been created. So curly braces icon is curly braces, just double click on it and double click on it. Okay, 1 2 test test pass fail. Okay, or you can like create as much as data you want, and you can add your rows and your columns under one name, that is my cell. Okay, how you're going to call it? How you're going to call it? You'll just write my cell and it's 2,3. So it's fail. 2,3 means the subscript value. Remember the subscript value of any matrix, row and column. The second row and third column, that is fail here. Okay, so this is how we can call our values from the cell. And if you want to change them, simple, you can write, no, he was pass. That person was pass. Enter. This is not possible. Okay, conversion to the cell from the character is not possible. So you could say structures are better. I usually use structures for my work. I don't use cells. Where I use cells, I'll tell you, when I make big structures, in that cases, I use cells. I just make database of more than one student for one entry. So for that case, I use cells. Those cells has their, like, they are not reliable much, but it is a data type, so I told you. But don't use cells. You can use cells in structures. So okay, how can we make big structures with the help of cells? We're going to just see next. All right, so let us just start to make a structure with the three like last time I have made one student database. Now I'm going to make database for more than one. Let's say 3 or 4. How we can use cell in structures? Let us see here. So I'm using F1. This is the field 1. Okay, so I have used F1 for field 1. Field 1, I have 3 students and I'm using curly braces of cell here. Let's say first student is John and second student is Harry. And let's say third student name is Sam. I'm going to create a database for these 3 students. You can increase the size of the cell here in the field 1, then the value 1. let's take the value 1 v1 is equals to their like let's say one number to John, one number to John, second to this, and 1 2 3. These are the three values for this person. And let us just create f2 here. F2 is equals to percentage. I'm using 1% value. You don't need to create a cell while using single field name. I'm using single field name here, and value 2 has 3 percentages. So I'm going to write like this. Percentage is 67.89, comma 56.87, comma 89.79. These are the three percentages. This is how you can increase the fields and values in a single structure, and you can create big structures like this. So how to create a structure? Okay, here I'll use a predefined function, that is, let's say s is equals to struct f1 comma v1 comma f2 comma v2, and enter. Okay, it should not be empty. Empty character values, string scalar. Struct error. Why it is giving me struct error? It's giving me. I have given field name must not non-empty character vector or string scalar. So okay, let's take one more try. Let's say F1, I'm creating the field name. Let me change. Okay, name, and the value is, why it is hanging up. F1 is equals to name. Okay, it's a string. I need to give it here. A string. Okay, V1 is equals to, let's say I'm creating one more because it is not, I'm copying these three names here. Okay, three names. Likewise, F2 is equals to say percentage, and value 2 is equals to, in curly braces, it's 67,78, 49. These are the three percentages of these three students. And let me call it one more time. It is struct f1 comma v1 comma f2 comma 2. Let me just, okay, now it is done. So I have created one field name, value name, field name, value name, and this struct predefined function is used here to arrange the field and values consecutively. You can use these f1 v1 f2 v2 in a sequence, and it will create a 1x3 structural array. So here you can just go, where is s in my, this s in my workspace, and see it has created field names, that is name and percentage, and see how it has created John percentage 67, and you can include like if I want to increase the number of students inside, I can increase what should be the name, Abhi let's say Vera, and let's say one more student I'm writing here is Jack. Okay, so this is my field value, and for value 2 I'm writing their percentages. It's 78, 90 and 67. Enter. Now I'm again calling my structure with different values. Now it is 1 cross 6. Okay, 1 cross 6. This is how you can increase your field names also. You can increase your field names. F3 is equals to, let's say, their address. Field 3. Likewise, field 4 is their the phone number or anything you can include. Okay, enter. And call one more time the structure with field names F3, but I haven't write V3, and you can add V3 here, the value of addresses, and field 4 with the value of value 4 with their phone numbers. So this is how you can include your, see, field names, phone number. Okay, it has taken phone as the value. Here I have written after F3, I have written F4, so it is taking phone as the value. Okay, so okay, it's up to you. You can create your database how you want to. This is how we can just under one name create large data sets with the use of structures. You can call S, it is a 1 cross 6 structure with 3 field names and 6 values, including every structure field, and this is your idea of database, what kind of data the MATLAB can work on. Okay, so these were the data types in MATLAB. So let us now just come back to one basic disadvantage of command window, which is it cannot edit its previous. Like if I want to edit this, okay, I want to add value here, I want to add something else and go back to my code and I want to change something, it cannot do it for you. Why it cannot do it? Because it's a command window and it always works on the latest prompt here. So to overcome this kind of problem, we have script files, or you could say edit files. Edit, right? Edit here, and it will open an editor window for you. What kind of editor window? See, it's editor window. It's untitled right now. Line number 1, prompt is prompting here. And you can call this editor window by writing edit on command window. And you can go to home palette, and this is script, new script file also, untitled 2, untitled 3. So this is how you can make your own editor windows. How these editor windows work? Let's say I have put A is equals to 100 and press enter. B is equals to 34.9. Enter. C is equals to A plus B. This is my little program. So if you have you have done some mistake here, you can go back. No, it was not 0.9, it was 0.2. So you can go back in editor window and change your code infinite number of times, how many times you want. So even after running the code, how can you run the code? When you open the editor window, you'll get this editor palette here. You'll just press run button here and it will run. Before running the program, it will ask you, where should I save this file? So please go to your folder we have made your folder MATLAB online. Okay, where I had made your folder Mat online. This was your folder Mat online. Okay, and give some name. Let's say I'm giving program underscore one to my .m file extension. Please remember .m file is same editor file, same we call it as a script file. .m file name is very popular in MATLAB, so you can use .m extension here. Program one.m. So we are going to create our first .m file here. So I have just given the path to D Mat Online Program 1. It is asking that this is not in current folder. This is not in current folder. So what you can do, you can change the folder and go to your particular drive and folder, and this is your program one underscore .m. So as you run it, it will give you what? It will give you response answer on your command window. See, this is your command window. Program one, file name, A is equals to 100, B is equals to 34.2, and addition is here. So command window is always used to get the answers, used to get the errors. But if you want to write big codes, you can go with the editor window only. You cannot write big codes on command window because you cannot edit them if you want to edit them. Okay, so how you can edit in editor window? You can put a semicolon and suppress your output, and like this. Okay, so this is how you can run your program again. And see, no answer on the command window because I have suppressed it in under editor window only. Where is my answer now? So my answer is in workspace. If you want to go there, you can see C is equals to this. And please mention, let me mention that semicolon will not show your answer on the command window. It will save your answer on workspace. And this is how you can use your editor window, which is very much popular in MATLAB. So we are going to do some more programs in editor window. Next, we'll jump over the next program. All right, so next program you can take from here also. Just click on plus sign, or you can take from your palette also, new script. So this is my new script. You can rename it after your coding. Whenever you start running it, it will ask you to rename your editor window. So, okay. So next program is how can I concatenate my matrix? Concatenate my matrix. How can I concatenate? I'm going to use cat function for that. So before using cat function, I can enter my matrix. A is equals to, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, this is my matrix. I'm suppressing it under editor window. Okay, if you don't put this semicolon, what the editor window will show you this red line. Go to that red line, take your cursor, terminate the statement with the semicolon to suppress the output within the script. So if you want to suppress your output within the script, put semicolon. Otherwise, you can see the result on command window as well. Okay, this is my A matrix. This is my B matrix. Let me enter 2, 3, 4, semicolon, 5, 6, and 7, semicolon, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, this is my second. If I want to concatenate horizontally, how can I do it? I can just put C is equals to square bracket A comma B. So let us just see the horizontal concatenation here. Program underscore 2 underscore 2.mat. Okay, this is horizontal concatenation. This is how you can add your data, like A I'm repeating, B here I'm repeating. So run it again, you'll get concatenated horizontal data. Okay, so how can you make it vertically concatenated? Just put semicomma and run your window. This is vertical concatenation. This is how you can use again B, again A concatenation. So you can see the size of your latest. This is 12 cross 3 is the size showing up here also, and you can use size function to get the size of C. It's 12 cross 3. So this is how you can do the concatenation in MATLAB, horizontal and vertical. Let us just make some multi-dimensional arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays like 2D or 3D arrays. How can we make them in MATLAB? Let me take one matrix here. 3, semicomma 4, comma 5, comma 6, semicomma 7, comma 8, comma 9. Okay, this is my A matrix, and I want to create one more matrix, but in other dimension, like in second dimension. How would I write it? I would write A colon comma 2, second dimension. For second dimension, I'm mentioning this 2 and equal to some other values like 1, 4, 7. Any values I'm taking, random values. Okay, it should be same dimension. The size of the matrix, or in the second dimension, it should be same. So I'm taking this. Okay, how can you call it? You can call A in the end without semicomma, without anything. This is for your answer. So let us just give name program underscore 3. So this is the program 3. First dimension is this, second dimension is this, and see if I increase the dimension, I am taking this, copying this matrix, and I'm writing A colon 3 equals to, I am pasting my one more dimension, third dimension. See, this is the third dimension of my matrix A. Okay, program 3, first dimension, second dimension, and third dimension. This is how you can create the multi-dimensional matrices in your MATLAB within the editor window. You can do all this work in your command window as well, but you cannot do changes. If you want to change in line number 3, you need to repeat 1 and 2, and then you need to write 3 with the upgraded value. Okay, so this is little bit okay. Let us use concatenation function here. I am using cat function here. A is equals to cat, it's 3. I'm using third dimension with A comma, my third dimensional matrix could be this. Okay, so why it is using this red line is for error. Okay, I'm removing this extra square bracket and I'm putting semicolon over here. So again, you can use CLC here and clear all, clear all to clear my workspace. And now you can run your new program here. See, these are 3 dimensions, 3 cross 3 cross 3 means I have created 3 cross 3 cross 3 3-dimensional A matrix by using cat function. Okay, you can use it with the colon, this kind of pattern also. You can use cat function also. This is predefined function. Yeah, you just mention it here in what dimension now you're going to work with A, and what is the new value. This is your cat function here. All right, so this is how you can create multi-dimensional matrices. And now let us just jump over the conditional statements. This leads you to the programming. And before starting programming, why don't we do some questions on data types, because we have learned data types also. So let us do some work with the data types also. Okay, before starting my programming part, I want you to do some practice work on the data types. All right. Okay, then let me open my data types questions.